My name is Mohammed Farooq. I'm recording this video for my university students. Those are want to learn binomial distribution, Poisson distribution, and normal distribution. In the first lecture today, I'm going to start binomial distribution solved in SPSS. You know the SPSS software we are using in university. So let's see, I'm going to start my lecture. So first of all, I'm going to explain what is binomial distribution. Okay, Ji. So my first lecture is binomial distribution. We are discussing here stepwise. Before going to distribution, probability distribution, so you must know what is distribution and how can we can apply which distribution is suitable for the given data. So actually we have distribution which follows two kind of variable. In statistics, as you know that I explained you so many times in a class, there are normally we are discussing two kind of variable. One is called discrete random variable, other one is called continuous random variable. The distribution which follows discrete random variable is called discrete probability distribution. The variable which follows continuous random variable is called continuous probability distribution. Then I'm going to just revise what the discrete random variable. In short, we can say the variable which are countable, which you can count easily, is called discrete random variable. For example, number of students in a class, number of accidents on a road in a week, and so many examples here. So this is discrete variable, and continuous random variable means the variable which are measurable, which are lie within some interval. For example, student height in a class, you measure it. Weight of the student in a class, you will measure it. So therefore, so when the variable is discrete, we will use discrete random variable and discrete distribution. So today there are many distribution which follows discrete random variable. Initially we start binomial, geometric, Poisson, and similarly there are many. So we are discussing about these three, and then continuous we are using normal distribution because it's about a syllabus or point. You can say course outline showing these distribution. Come on, binomial distribution. In the first step, I taught you a binomial distribution follows discrete random variable, and it has four assumptions, four characteristics, four restriction. You can call it anything, but it follows mostly four restriction, four assumption, four condition. Number one, when you're throwing a dice, you have only two outcomes, success and failure. If I will explain more on the other board, then you can understand. In binomial distribution, what I taught you, X follows binomial distribution which has two parameters. Again, I taught you what the parameter is. Parameter means the value in which parameter means the distribution depends upon some constant values which are called parameter. So binomial has two parameter. Binomial has two parameter, n and p. N means number of trials. P means probability of success. So we are calling N and P probability of success and number of trials. In this case, X is discrete random variable. Just keep it in mind. X is discrete random variable. which is I'm writing here DRV, which is means discrete random variable. Understand this point? ये बात समझ में आ गया आपको कि x is a discrete random variable which follows binomial. It has two parameters n and p. N is a number of trials. In this case, n is number of trials, and p is a probability which is called probability of success. It is called probability of success. Now, so there are four conditions, four assumptions, which is about n and p. So you can see on slide, my slide, I will show you slide, but there are two assumptions about n. Two assumptions about n means we can say number of trials are fixed, number of trials are known. You can say n is known or trials are fixed, or trials are fixed. Number two, n is independent. Independent means trials are independent. I can explain you. N number of trials means you must know how many times you have to perform your experiment, how many times you will go for trials. You must know this part. N is independent means the first trial and second trial, third trial has no interaction, no common, no connection with the previous trial. For example, you're throwing a dice. So when you're throwing first dice, maybe it's a pair 4. It's landing on 4. And then you're throwing a second time dice. So maybe it's a showing 6, 5, 4, but it's not connected to the previous one. Therefore, trials are independent. Number 3 is probability P is constant. This means P remains constant for all trials. For example, when you're throwing a dice, it's showing the probability of showing 5 is 1 upon 6. So for all trials, you're throwing dice 6 times, the probability of 5 remains 1 upon 6 for the all trials. So therefore, P is constant for all trials. And fourth one is it has two outcomes only. Two outcomes. Means probability of success, P, and probability of failure, which is Q. The sum of two equal to 1. Again, for explanation, P probability of appearing 5 on a dice is 1 upon 6. Not appearing 5 is 5 upon 6. Yes or no, but it has two outcomes only. Now, so there are 4 outcomes in short. Then we can say the mean of binomial is, which is called expected value of x. It's also called mean. Normally in distribution, whenever they are asking you expected value, this means mean, which is NP. And variance, I taught you what the mean and variance, what the standard deviation, what the relation between variance and standard deviation. So NPQ is called variance, or standard deviation of binomial is under root NPQ. Now this part, After this, we can say in the short, binomial has two parameter n comma p, number of success, number of trials, and probability of success. It has four conditions to apply binomial. N is known, n is independent, p is constant, two outcomes only, success and failure. If you learn this way, you can get it. Now, the formula. The formula of binomial is, I taught you these two. Actually, this is the formula. Some books are using NCR, P power R, Q power N minus R. Some books are using X, no matter. X or R is number of requirement. आपको क्या चाहिए, what you want. So you can do this way. Or in SPSS, don't need to learn formula. Just remember the concept of the combination probability. When you're going to manually to solve it, so I will explain you another way manually. But when I'm going to teach SPSS, solve this question on SPSS. So don't need to learn formula. I taught you. This is a mean, variance, and PQ. Now, actually, this is a question. You can see this question. If you read question C, 35% of all voters support proposition A. If a random sample of 10, n is 10, p is 0.35. What is the probability that exactly 3 of them support proposition A? So actually you have, this is called data. 3 is our here, 3 is our required value, and n is 10, number of trials are 10, and p is 0.6. I can solve this question manually and also on SPSS. So I'm showing you how to solve in manually, then we can solve it by on SPSS. Actually, now you know that there is n is 10, p is 0.35, and we have to find the probability of x is equal to 3. Our data is showing here binomial n is 10, p is 0.35, and then you have to find the probability of x is equal to 3. According to formula is here is showing, अगर आपको मैंने लिखा था n CR p power r q power n minus r, or you can use x also, no matter. So here this become 10 C3 0.35. Now you must know when p is 0.35, so what's the value of q? So 1 minus 0.35 is 0.65 is q, which is power 7. Because I taught you p plus q is equal to 1, or you can say q is equal to 1 minus p. Now if you want to do manually, you can use your calculator and you can get the answer. So I can use my calculator and telling you the answer. I'm going to use my calculator. 10 C3 is 120. I'm solving for you. I can do directly. Then 0.35 power 3. 0.35 power 0.04 2829, or you can make it similarly. Yeah, find करें and multiply these two values, you get the final answer. It's leaving for you. Again, I can solve this question on SPSS. तो मैं आपको एक, now I'm going to solve question on SPSS. Let's see. I'm using SPSS. तो आप देखेंगे question here. So you know that P is 0.3, N is 10, and we have to find these values. Come on SPSS. अब मैं SPSS पे जा रहा हूँ जी. Now SPSS, I'm going to start. So when you open your SPSS, so you will get the sheet like this. This sheet, just like a spreadsheet or Excel sheet, you can see, but this is Outlook of SPSS. There are two windows. One is called data view. This is data view. And other one is called variable view. Data view, you can see variable, there are many variables are there. They're asking about the variable basically. And then this is called variable view. Now, I'm coming on variable view. First of all, you have to define a variable. Okay. In this case, there is a n is 10. There are 10 trials, 10 experiments. So you have to start name of the variable. So I'm keeping the variable name is students, 30% of student major business. So you can say X, I'm taking a variable X. Its type is numerical because we get the numerical value. There is a width because there's single digit number, so you can keep with 8 or you can reduce it. No matter. 5. There is no decimal place. Number of students decimal place नहीं होता. This is discrete. To make it 0. Label, I can say student. Students. X represent number of students. No values means there is no gender, male, female. So I'm just keeping student. So there is no need to get value. Missing value, I don't have any missing value. Column, you want to keep, you can increase, decrease column width. But I'm just, there is no need to change right now. Alignment, you can keep your answer middle, center, right, left, where you want. I can keep unknown. You always, when you want to use anything in calculation, keep it in scale. Because numeric scale value. Nominal means you keep, and if you have the name, you write nominal. Right? Or that nominal, ordinal, they are, I explained you in the variable class when I taught you variables. Now come on data view. In data view, because I have n is 10, so you can keep 0 to 10. Start from 0 always. The important point, you always start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Always go for the n values and start from 0. This is an important point. Now I have put in the all values. Now you have to apply command here. Command I taught you, transform, compute variable. So whenever you start computer, there are windows open here. In the right side, up and down, there are two windows, small windows. So they are asking you central PDF, non-central PDF. ऐसा पूछता है आपसे CDF, PDF. Then so basically, we are using PDF, non-central, because binomial is not central. Is like anything कहीं भी ला सकते. So I'm going PDF, non-central PDF. Yeah, and whenever you click it, in the bottom window, you can see there are many distribution open there. So if you read it, non-PDF, beta, alpha, there are many distribution, but we are discussing about the binomial, binom, PDF binom. You double click it. So whenever you double click it, The description is here. ये description आ गया. This is a description basically of the distribution. They are saying they are actually binomial लिखा ऊपर. Just compare this by up. Binomial, and this is also binomial. PDF quantity. The first question asking you, first question mark asking you what the quantity. So you are basically taking X as a quantity with 0, 1, 2, 3. So I'm switching. I select student X and the first part. There is no space. Question sign will eliminate, will remove, and the X become there. Come on, second part. In second question mark, if you go see here at bottom, they said N. They said N. So it means you have to put N here. N is 10. The next part, next question mark asking you, what the probability? So probability will be, you just get it, probability is 30%. So 0.3. Now, if you you forget what you need to fill in the question mark, you can read binomial quantity and probability, and they are detailed. They ask numeric returns the probability that number of success in trials. Explaining you everything here. I have filled all the. I removed all the question mark and filled some values of parameter in there. Now, there's a target variable. Is target variable means in SPSS where you want to put answer of this distribution, probability of this distribution. So I just naming the problem. This I'm writing PR. PR is a probability. And then you can write anything. When you come on do OK means you're giving command, everything is done. You give the command, and then you will see you're saying it. This showing execute means when you give the command, they executing that, and your answer will appear on the spreadsheet. Actually, there are 2 decimal places, correct? So you have to convert them in 5 decimal places because the probability is the maximum value is 1. So you have to keep much decimal places for accuracy. So go on the variable view and change the decimal place. I give the 6th decimal place. Or there is a column high, it is 6, so you can keep 5, 6, then see what's happened there. Yeah, again. Now 0, 0 will remove, and then the accurate answer will be appearing here. Up to here, I explain you what the PDF. This is the probability of each. The probability of 10 is this, probability of 9 is this, probability of 8 is this. Individual probabilities are given there. If you want to go for cumulative probability, you want कि आपका जो है probability add होके आ जाए सारी. Probabilities become adding to each other. So you can do this also, because question appearing less than, more than, so it will help you to find the probabilities. I'm going to find cumulative probability, means adding previous probability, adding, and the answer become 1 at the bottom. The last digit will come 1. So you have to define variable here, or you can just apply command and variable मान define कर दीजिएगा. जब करेंगे तो देखें, transform compute variable again, and then remove this PDF function. Remove this by probability. Now come on CDF non-central, because it will give you CDF non-central. This will give you actually cumulative probability. So come on CDF, now it becomes CDF, appearing CDF in the bottom window, and then CDF by norm. Double click it, then you can see it's the same window appearing here, but here right now CDF, there is a PDF, PDF converted. CDF is cumulative, individual probabilities. Again, the first question mark saying what you want, you're saying, okay, I've shifted there. Second question mark asking you what's the n, and is 10. And third question mark asks the probability, which is 0.3. And then same way you have to apply target variable. So you can keep anything. I'm keeping CPR. CPR means cumulative probabilities. CPR cumulative, and this will become okay. Again, the word is executing. But CPR, CDF is telling you now go on the window. Again, you can see there are two decimal places, change it. Either you click here, then decimal place round up, you can make it. Shift decimal place, then see, now it's converted shift decimal place. If you add 0, 1, you get this answer, then 1 plus adding probability, and these are the answers. Now, up to here, I have explained you how to find the probabilities of binomial. Now, come, you have in exams, how will you give the answers? I'm going to show you slides again. Actually, this is your answer. Output, I copy down here your output. If you go back the slide, you can see this was the question. 3, none, less than 2, at least 1, at most 2. There are many questions in exam will give you. Probability lie between 2 to 7. There we can make, and most of the question here, no problem for this. You can make the questions. Correct. Now, if you go probability of 3, go on the output. 3 probability is 0.26683. The probability of 3 is 2.26683. If the question was probability of less than 3, and the probability of less than 3 means you have to find the probability 0, 1, 2. Probability less than 3 means 0, 1, 2. Either you add all these 3, or you can give 0.3827 is the answer. Probability of none means probability of 0. Probability of 0 is 0.02825. If the probability is more than 3 means 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You add all of these 4, 5, probability of 4, probability of 5 up to 1, or because the probability of 3 is 0.64, cumulative probability, 1 minus 0.6491 will give you probability of more than 3. If the question is find the probability between 2 and 7, it means probability of 7 minus the probability of 1. 2 or 7 means 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You add all of them, 2 to 7. You get the same answer, or you can use cumulative probability to minus them. At least 1, at most 3, in the probability they are using the words. So this is a method to apply SPSS and give your answer in exams by using probability PDF, individual probability, or cumulative probability. So actually, this is my lecture on probability. You can see it. Then, inshallah, I will more recently review probability to find Poisson distribution also. Thank you very much. If you have any query, just WhatsApp me or call me. My number is appearing there. You can get the number. Thank you very much.